Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's project is we're going to spray some color on this bathroom vanity cabinet. It's a little cabinet we got years ago that my wife would like to change the color, and we're going to go with this Menards eggshell. It's like a dark grayish blue. There's the color there. I'm going to spray it on with an automotive detail gun, and I'm not going to thin it. I've done this before and it seems to work great. Takes a little finagling with the fan control, get your right pattern, but stay tuned. We're going to do that. We got all this is Harbor Freight stuff, cheapy stuff. Got a moisture separator, or moisture collector, I mean, and a little onboard air regulator. I'm going to be running the gun at 20 pounds pressure, and I'm feeding it from my hose reel up here, and we're sitting at like, I don't know, 55, 54, something like that. Water separator there, and that is being fed from a 60-gallon shop compressor tucked back in the corner. So I'm going to spray that one blue, and then after that's done, I'm going to wash the gun out, and we're going to spray this cabinet, just an antique white, with this paint here from Menards as well. So see how this goes, guys. Stay tuned. Hopefully you learned something, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, I took the sink off the top. It'll make things easier. Set that off to the side. Typically they're just caulked along the top here, and hopefully they went lenient on it. I got lucky. This one just had a few dollobs of it and popped right off. Next thing we're going to do is remove the hardware, do the hinges, the handles, these little rubber bump stops. I'm going to take these off, and then followed by well, scrub it. Probably going to give it a bath with acetone and a Scotch-Brite pad, just to take any of the it looks like adhesive residue or something. And then I got a spot on the side here where it looks like it had a price tag on it at one time. It's got some glue on it. Take that off. Anything that's just sticking up, when you go a darker color, any imperfections is going to show up on the surface, so you want to smooth that off as much as possible. This is just a bathroom vanity, so it's not a showpiece piece of furniture, but we take the hinges off. I like to take a magnet and I set it down. Whenever I take my screws out, I just stick them to the magnet so that I keep them all in one place. But we'll keep doing this, and off to the next step, prepping it for paint. Oh, sorry about that. Change of plans a little bit. Instead of using acetone to give it a bath with, I'm using just Windex and the scrubby pad. I also did get my palm sander out because I had a couple areas, I guess from when they built this thing, they had a couple paint runs. So I sanded them out, and I forgot that we got this from a consignment store that was clearly dropped at one point. So it's not in the best of shape. I mean, I could probably caulk these joints before painting it, but like I said, it's not supposed to be showroom quality. In fact, it probably look cool to look a little aged. But so now I'm going to wash these doors with Windex, dry them off. Then I'm going to blow it all off with air, hit it with a heat gun. We're in Indiana now. The garage temperature is 60. I use my big furnace up there to heat us up to a nice, comfortable working environment. Oh, hold on here. There we go. Okay. And I still don't have a GoPro. But, you know, this is budget films, so just like you guys, anyone can do this. Just, you don't have to be rich or have all these sponsors. Just a little common sense and patience and little basic hand tools. You guys can do this. It's no problem. Anyone. Stay tuned. All right, we poured our paint directly in our paint sprayer. We got the fluid nozzle backed all the way out, and the fan control is closed. and I'll show you what kind of a pattern we're getting. And this is super thick, so I'm running, what am I running? About 20 pounds on the gun. And we get a nice, very light, easy to control pattern that we can just slowly paint this thing and get a nice even coverage there without runs. I'm happy with that. I might bring the pressure up a little bit. We'll see how this goes though. I'm in no hurry to do this, so I'd rather it go on slow and steady than fast and sloppy. But stay tuned. Well, I had a little bit of a hiccup, guys. I accidentally dropped my spray gun and broke the air moisture collector on it, so, and I don't have a backup, so I'm going to run it without one. And I just, you know, I hope that just that water separator that's on my hose reel will be good, but yeah. Little helpful tip though, if you're gonna hang your gun up like I did here, after you hang it up, don't trip over the hose. But I'm gonna put this back on there and keep going, but I'll show you what we got so far. It's drying, that's why it's got stripes, but it's looking really good. It's going on great. I'm really happy with the way it's going on with that little cheapy gun. It's nice and smooth and even. There's no brush lines, and it gets into all the little nooks and crannies that a brush can't get into unless you force it in there. So I got this sprayed. All the horizontal surfaces so far on this side are sprayed. I'm going to spray the insides here, and then I'm going to lay it on its back and then spray the bottoms and any of the other insides that I could see better. Maybe underneath this top edge I'll spray. But because my gun's a gravity feed, I want to keep it upright, so I'm gonna do that next after I rebuild my little gun here. It's good to have good lighting, because I did see some spots here that I missed earlier. You can see the white right there at the tip of my finger. White shining through. And another good thing about spraying it on is there's no matching brush strokes or anything. It just goes on, it will dry perfect. Look at that finish. It don't get any better than that, man, from the garage. So, still drying in some spots. Looks like I got a little light right here too. I refilled my paint cup just because I didn't want to suck air into it and run empty, but how are we looking under there? Let's do another stripe under there. Not doing the back because that's going up against the wall. We got the sides inside sides done, outside done. Looks pretty light there on the bottom. Yeah, looks good. In any areas that's going to be a high traffic spot, like this bottom edge, probably would be nice to do a couple coats on it, or the front leading edge where you might bump it mopping, just molding. It's looking good. You can do this, guys. One thing to note is my compressor is a 60-gallon industrial shop compressor, so you can't run these. You can run these guns off little pancake compressors, but you're literally going to be stopping every 4 or 5 seconds to let the compressor catch up. I'm not saying it can't be done. You can do this off small compressors. You just have to have more patience. And I would definitely have adequate cooling for your compressor, even if you got to set it outside or somewhere where it can stay, because it's not meant for this type of CFM usage, this gun. So take that into account when you select your equipment for this. Make sure you got a good size air compressor. I know I say I use a bunch of cheap stuff, but that air compressor is a Husky from Home Depot. I got years ago for free. The guy gave it to me. That while he was at work, the compressor threw a belt, or blew the hose off, and it ran all day long. Ended up overheating, throwing the belt off, thankfully. But anyway, try not to make my videos too long. Obviously I'm rambling on again, but we'll continue. All right, I got one side, the inside of one of the doors painted. Just propped it up on the other paint can. And now I need to set this aside because I need that side to dry so that I can flip it over and set it on that to paint the front half. So I'm just going to use my trash can or something, but this is kind of the tricky part. You got to paint one side, let it dry so that you can set it on the other one. And I recommend painting the back side first, so that when you flip it, you're setting it on the back side. So if there is a little ring or anything, it's only on the inside of the door. It's not going to be the end of the world, but just another little tip for you guys. All right, we're done painting, and we've used 7/8 of this. There's enough in there for some touch-ups later down the road, but I'm very happy with the way this went. So 7.2 fluid ounces to paint that cabinet, doors, inside and out. So let me get you guys the color of this real quick. 1 second. All right, this is a Menards paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. It's a Calvary is the color. MEN 7045-6. It's funny because in this video, maybe because of the flash, yeah, that's it. Looks more blue in the photo, but that's actually what it looks like. So this looks more blue. I think it's the LED flash on it, but anyway, this one's been dried, and you can see that finish. There's no brush strokes. Ooh, I got a little bit of light areas there, but that's just me picking it to death. But in the bathroom, we'll never see it, but all right, next time you see it, it'll be in the bathroom. All right, welcome back, guys. Cabinet painting episodes. Well, episode here. The next cabinet we're going to do is this 3-drawer little cabinet that we're adding to our little homework area in the downstairs part of the house. But we already had one, but you'll see once it's installed what I'm talking about. So I've got the drawers out. Those are still inside. I am going to remove those drawer sliders, the drawer rails. I took the drawer faces off already. Got them over here. Same thing. I took the little rubber bumpers off and stuck them to my cardboard here because I'm actually going to reuse those. Those came off pretty good. The glue stayed on them, so that's nice. I will wash this with some Scotch-Brite pad there and Windex, wipe it off and dry it. Same with this whole thing. And then we're going to spray it with this cabinet paint here from Menards. We took a drawer face in and they matched the color. I don't know if you could even see that. There you go. If that helps anybody. It's like an antique white. Hopefully this one will go a little easier. I don't have to paint the insides of the cabinet, just two sides, outsides on each side, and this front and the base of the kick plate. I'm going to paint that too. I will be setting it up here again to do this, so I'm going to wash them drawer faces now and then put this cabinet up there and start washing it off. Stay tuned. All right, got it up on the cabinet, on the tabletop here. Got my palm sander out again because I got a couple spots that I want to just sand down. I think this was another, either this was given to us or my wife got it from somewhere. But just want to take off any nicks that stand out that are going to be a raised surface before I start spraying or washing it, I mean. All right, we are poured and ready, and I've already sprayed a couple parts here. Like I said in the previous video, when you're covering dark with light, it might take a couple coats, but we'll see how this looks. Just try and put it on even. At least it's easier to see where you missed. So same process, just slow. Almost got to become a machine here. Oh, there's the compressor kicked on. So. And once again, fan control is closed, fluid nozzle is wide open, air pressure is at 30, possibly a little higher, I don't remember on this one. This paint's thicker than the other paint. I'm actually surprised it's coming out of the gun so well. It's actually looking pretty good though. Alright, I'll continue on these and then hit the cabinet next. Alright, she's painted. Still drying. It's got some shiny spots here and there, but drawer slides are back in. Pretty happy with it. Hopefully it holds up. I got the drawer faces done over here. And they had a little space heater down there blowing on them to dry them up. But I'm going to install it now and see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and you too can do easy projects like this if you just put your mind to it and take your time. Thank you.